Hello and welcome to our presentation today. This is Paul Hoyt, your host for the Awakened Conversation series. Our Awakened Conversation series is focused on sharing concepts that will help you lead a healthier and happier life and help you become a better CEO. The reasons we do this is because we know that being a successful small business owner can be a great experience, but we also know that it's tough. We know that you need education, training, tools, and team. You need support to be successful. And we want you to get to know us because when you get to know us, you will know that first and most importantly, we really do care about you. We want you to succeed in every area of your life. We want you to find the greatness, the happiness, the divinity within yourself. And then remember it, embrace it, and live it every day. And that's what this Awakened Conversation series is really about, is helping you discover that greatness within and finding ways to leverage that in your own life, to discover it, to embrace it, and to live it every day. Our passion is to increase their survival rate, accelerate the growth rate, and reduce the struggle rate of businesses in America. And our vision is to help millions of CEOs and entrepreneurs get clear and stay focused so they can grow faster and enjoy greater harmony and balance in their lives. If you find these conversations, our Awakened Conversations and our office hours presentations beneficial to you, please pass the word. We want to help as many people as we possibly can. Today's topic is on tapping into your incredible personal power. With our Awakened CEO system, we focused on the three areas of growth: business growth, professional growth, and personal growth, and the three levels of performance of mindset, methods, and momentum. And today's conversation is all about mindset. It's about the belief that you have in yourself. It's about your approach to life and what you think and feel about other people and what you think and feel about yourself. And when I talk about tapping into personal power, there is incredible value when it comes to tapping into your personal power. First and foremost, it gives you a greater feeling of safety. And safety, feeling safe, feeling powerful, pays off in a lot of ways. It really does provide greater health and happiness through having less stress and less fear and anxiety in your life. It enables you to have greater productivity and efficiency. More people will want to follow you because we naturally want to follow people who are very, very powerful people. You will get better support from your team. You'll have better teamwork, better alignment, better performance in many, many ways when you are able to tap into your personal power. And I've been a student of personal power for a long time, beginning, I think, in 1990 or so, when I began to study Tony Robbins' program on personal power. I think that was the name of his first program that had 20 or so tapes back in those days, cassette tapes, that I began to study that program. And I've been studying it ever since, really focusing on powerful people and wondering what it was about them that made them so powerful. And lately, here just in the last several months, I've been studying them even more. The process that I went through to study the aspects and the forms of personal power that I'm going to share with you today was a kind of an interesting one. I've always been amazed by those really powerful people. I've been jealous of them. They've scared me. They've pissed me off. But I got to tell you, mostly I really wanted to be one. And so I studied them. The people I studied might be a little bit of a surprise. I started off by studying crooks and con artists. There's a television show called American Greed that I watched for several episodes until I kind of got the gist of what made those crooks and con artists so successful, and understood what kind of power they had that they brought to their conversations that helped them get what they want, of course, steal money from other people. But I also studied great sales professionals and great athletes and entertainers and great leaders of all kinds. And because I am a student of spirituality, I also studied spiritual teachers. So what I found in each one of these was kind of amazing to me. First of all, they weren't all powerful in the same ways or for the same reasons. And some of the really powerful people were powerful for the exact opposite reasons that other people were really very powerful. And there were a lot of forms and a lot of flavors of personal power. So here are the top 10 forms of personal power that I discovered and the ones that I focus on every single day. First, one note before we get into those, it is rarely enough to just have one form of personal power. But I don't know anyone who has all of the forms of personal power that I'm going to share with you today in an equal measure, so you don't have to either. So as we're going through this, I want you to keep in mind that you can be an incredibly powerful person with just a few out of these 10 forms of personal power. You don't have to have them all. So if I talk about a form of personal power and you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't have that one, it's okay. You don't have to have it. You just have to recognize your own strengths and be focused and determined on leveraging the strengths that you have while being focused on being just a little more balanced than you are today. So with that, let's jump in to the 10. The first one, absolute clarity of mission and purpose. I say that's with very sharp focus and exact targeting, knowing exactly what you want to do and how you're going to get there. Because when you are clear and focused, you are much more efficient than if your energies are diffused and you really don't know where you're going and you really don't know how you are going to get there. When you are clear, others get it. Others sense that you are very clear. They sense that you're very clear on not only where you're going, but how you're going to get there. And it makes it easier for them to follow you. And it makes it easier for you to overcome the obstacles and deal with the crap that comes along on your journey. There's a great saying that says, if you keep your eyes focused on the mountaintops, it's easier to overcome the little valleys and the obstacles that get in the way of your journey. And that's what we want you to do. With absolute clarity of mission and purpose, we want you to focus your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes focused on the goal. That goal can be a calling. It can be some divine inspiration that came to you. I know lots of people that woke up in the middle of the night that had, some sort of really interesting out-of-the-body experience due to a near-death experience or getting struck by lightning in some ways, or they just woke up from a dream somehow and had an incredibly lucid dream to where they really felt like Spirit, Source, God had told them that that's what they needed to do. It became their calling, and they felt like they didn't have any choice but to follow the directions that they had received. I think your absolute clarity of mission and purpose is best expressed in the terms of what and why. It's what you want to do, what you want to have, and who you want to be, and why that is important to you. And as you examine your life, and as you examine your reasons for being the person that you want to be, for doing the things that you want to do, and pursuing to gain the things that you want to have, I really want you to be very courageous and very, very, very real with yourself. And I'm going to give you some examples of these. And these are my versions of absolute clarity of mission and purpose. I have a couple of them. Here's the first one. Number one is I want to be in my highest vibration every second of every day and help others do the same. The reason I do that is because I want to be as healthy and happy as possible. I want to be as successful as possible. When I'm in my highest vibration, I know that I perform better than I do at any other time. And I want to be the very best that I can be. And whenever I am helping others step into their greatness, it helps me step into my greatness. When I'm talking to you like I'm talking to you right now about the incredible power that you have, that you can tap into, your greatness, it helps me tap into my own greatness. So that's my number one vision and purpose in life, to be in my highest vibration every second of every day and to help others do the same. But I have another one too, and that is to take care of my wife in her retirement and in my retirement. And why? Because I love her deeply. We made a commitment to each other many, many years ago, decades ago. And that becomes my mission and my purpose. And whenever I think about I'm a little bit tired, or hey, I'm a little bit in the shadows, or my energy isn't quite what I want it to be, I think about my mission and my purpose to be in my highest vibration and help others do the same, and to take care of my wife in our retirement. And it really inspires me. It invokes the spirit, the personal power within me, and allows me to step forward and do what it is that I need to do in that moment to move forward on my goals. The second form of personal power that I see is passionate determination. And that takes massive effort and all of your power and strength towards reaching the goals that you have for yourself. A relentless pursuit and inspired resourcefulness and tremendous resolve to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. For those of you who've listened to my office hours presentations, you know that the fifth choice of the 5 choices of winning CEOs is to be really focused on execution, to absolutely be focused on adapting and overcoming any obstacles that may be in your way, to really reach out with tremendous resourcefulness and tremendous resolve to overcome all obstacles that are in your way to achieve that which you want to achieve. With passionate determination, we have great courage and great boldness and great assertiveness and the ability to ask for what it is that we want, and in some cases even demand of others that which we want and that which we have to have in order to achieve our goals. It's about doing whatever it takes to achieve your what because of your why. It's about doing whatever it takes to achieve your what because of your why. Here's some examples of people who have incredibly passionate determination. Athlete superstars who really put in the practice. Michael Jordan, Jerry Rice, Larry Bird were not great so much because of their natural talent and ability. They were great because of their passion and their determination, their willingness to show up early and leave late. And there's many examples. You probably have some favorite ones of your own. But the way these great athletes became superstar athletes was through their passion and through their determination. Likewise, I think student athletes show tremendous passion and determination too. I mean, they're going to school full-time, oftentimes at very elite colleges like Stanford or Duke or Princeton or Yale or Harvard, and they're also being essentially a professional athlete, you know, an apprentice professional athlete. I really admire their passion and their determination and the energy that they bring into their life every single day. Doctors and others professionals, man, if you know a doctor in your life, you know that the rigors of going through medical school and then your internship and your residency program are incredible. 24-hour shifts, 36-hour shifts. You know, the amount of effort that they put in to being a competent professional is just incredible. And of course, my favorite one is small business owners. With small business owners, I've seen lots of small business owners work 70, 80, 90, 100 hours a week. I remember back in 2005, 2006 timeframe, I was working 110 hours a week. And now I've really cut it down. I only work like 75 hours a week now. But I know lots and lots of business owners that work more hours than that. It takes passion. It takes determination whenever you have a lofty goal, whenever you have something that really means a tremendous amount to you. It takes a lot of passion and a lot of determination, a lot of massive effort and relentless pursuit in order to achieve your goals. The third form of personal power is unshakable self-confidence. When you have complete certainty, an absolute conviction of destiny, and not a hint of doubt anywhere about you. As my friend Jim Ward would say, this is going to happen. It is a future fact. As Yoda would say, do or not do. There is no try. We know that this is absolutely 100% going to happen. Why this works is that when you have this particular form of personal power, people will want to follow you because most people would never be that confident unless they were 100% convinced that what they are saying is true. When you have that unshakable confidence about you, they instinctually and subconsciously believe that what you are speaking is the absolute truth as well. Your confidence becomes their confidence because confidence is contagious, and everyone wants to follow the people who hold the truth because we want to be right too, right? Being right means being safe. Being safe means being stronger. So when somebody shows up with 100% absolute, unshakable self-confidence, we naturally want to follow them. Here's some examples. Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins has made millions and millions, maybe even hundreds of millions of dollars by being, in his words, the most confident person on the planet. That's his number one gift, is that he shows up every time with incredible self-confidence. Even after things have gone to crap for him, which they have a few times in his career, he bounces back with just absolute 100% unshakable self-confidence. One of my business partners is a gentleman named Bill Heinrich, the Divine Purpose guy. It's my pleasure to work with him, and I love his self-confidence. He is absolutely one of the best sales professionals I've ever met, and since I've known him for the last 10 years, his confidence keeps growing day after day after day after day. There are other inspirational speakers and preachers out there that are absolutely convinced that they are speaking the truth, especially preachers. Preachers are 100% convinced that they are connected to spirit, that they know the truth, and if you'll do what they tell you to do, that you will be connected as well, and you will tap into the power. Most sales professionals have incredible self-confidence and incredible confidence that the materials that they have, that the products and services that they're selling can give you the value that you want in your particular business. And great actors and have the ability to exude self-confidence in the roles that they play. They get into the roles so much, they become so confident in the role that they are playing that they become very, very believable. And of course, the great athletes do. There are some athletes that absolutely know that, whenever they touch the ball, they're going to score a touchdown. That you give me the ball, I'm going to sink that last second shot. Whatever, you can depend on me. Put me up to bat, coach. Put me in the game, coach. I know that I will be okay. And we love their personal self-confidence. And with the last category is those con artists. When I studied the con artists and the crooks from the American Greed show, one of the things that they absolutely had, and perhaps the power that they had that set them apart from everybody else and enabled them to get that check for $100,000 or swindle dozens of people out of millions and millions of dollars, was that absolutely unshakable self-confidence. They were absolutely great actors and able to exude self-confidence so that everybody who listened to their story believed that they were 100% right. And that was an incredibly powerful thing for them to have. The fourth form of great personal power that I've seen is brilliance and mastery. When you have an absolute precision about you. If what you do with great artistry. If you have magnificent creativity. If you're sharp, alert, focused, and decisive, and mentally awakened, people will want to follow you. Walt Disney had a great quote about that. He said, whatever you do, do it well. Do it so well that when people see you do it, they will want to come back and see you do it again, and they will bring others and show them how well you do what you do. That's the type of brilliance and mastery that I'm talking about. So when you are good enough, when you are great enough, people will eagerly volunteer to work with you and help you develop your gifts, because we all want to be with a winner. We want to help a winner win because we want to be, in the favorable attention of those winners out there. We want to be in their gratitude and by being of service to them, we want to be in their favor. You will attract other talented people like the world's strongest magnet, because they will want to work with you and for you and be around you and your gift and learn from you. We love to work around people who are geniuses, and it's been my pleasure to work around a few geniuses in my life. For example, genius musicians and artists. One of my business partners a few years ago was a guy named Gary Malkin at a company called Wisdom of the World. He was a multiple award-winning Emmy composer, won multiple Emmys, and an absolute genius. At the age of 5 or 4 even, he just sat down at a piano and started playing the piano. It was an absolute gift, a genius level gift. There are stories about Mozart's out there and other composers that had this genius level gift that people just wanted to be around and support them and nurture them to see how far they could take the gift. And artists can be that way as well, painters and sculptors. It's been my pleasure to work around some genius software developers, people that were so gifted at what they did that they were better than what I did. And I was a great computer programmer, but every once in a while I would run across somebody that was 10 or 20 or 30% more productive than me, which was absolutely amazing to me. And I realized that I was just exceptionally good, but they were an absolute genius at what they did. We've also seen great genius inventors and designers, athletes with enormous natural talent and physical gifts that really allowed them to have incredible personal power that enabled them to do very special things and really attracted the favorable attention of other people. The fifth form of personal power is what I call boundless, joyful, positive energy. It's having eagerness and enthusiasm and playfulness and endless amazement at this miracle of life about you that results in awesome, charismatic vitality, contagious optimism, and irresistible appeal. I love the expression of boundless, positive, joyful energy in my life. Boundless, positive, joyful energy gives you great physical energy. It gives you great mental energy and great spiritual energy. Energy in any form is contagious to other forms of energy. And here's some of my very favorite examples. Joel Osteen. I don't know if you've listened to Joel Osteen or not. Now, whether or not you agree with the message that he has, that guy has incredible joyful energy. It just brings a smile to my face every time that I watch him. The same is true of Brendan Burchard. Brendan has an incredible joyfulness about him. I love to watch his videos and love his presentations. On TV, Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show, I think is a wonderful replacement to Jay Leno and Johnny Carson, and I even watched Jack Paar many, many years ago. What a really happy guy. He has a tremendous ability to help other people be happy too. And my favorite of all are happy children. We all like to watch videos of some little baby just squealing with delight because somebody's tearing a piece of paper or something else is happening, a bubble is going by or something. They just have unbounded, positive, joyful energy about them. And that becomes an incredible personal power because other people want to be happier too, because happiness is contagious. And if you're a very, very happy person, joyful person, people will want to be around you just to have that energy in their life. Another form of personal power is compelling connectionability. I think I made that word up. That's the ability to form very strong relationships. It's about having great social awareness and great relationship skills, empathy for other people, sincerity about you, and being seen as a person with great authenticity. When you have the ability to form great connections with other people, they will want to hang around and be with you. They see you as their friend. It takes great communication skills, storytelling skills, and even public speaking skills. It takes great skills about writing and skills about working on camera as well. When you have that ability to make a connection with other people, they will trust you. They will see you as a friend. They will want to do business with you. They will want to support you and help you because you've made that authentic connection with them. It really is essential to build trust and rapport with people when you want to work with that people. If you get people to want to be with you and they want to support you. Here's some examples of people who have great, compelling connection ability. Most great sales professionals do that. In fact, when you study sales, one of the very first steps in any sales process is to establish trust and rapport. There are some salespeople that just walk into the room and you like them so much, I like them so much, that I just want to reach for my wallet and buy something so they'll come back and visit me again. Most great sales professionals have that ability to establish an immediate connection with people and be likable from the very first moment that you see them. Bill Clinton had that ability. When we look at Bill Clinton's personal power, one of his great powers was the ability to look somebody right in the eye and make them think that they were the most special person in the world in that moment. It was an uncanny ability of his to make that connection with other people. Also, Ronald Reagan, the great communicator. My goodness, people just loved him because of his storytelling ability and because his likability. Other ones that I really like is Morgan Freeman. Man, that guy has an ability to tell a story. I just love his voice. And I love James Earl Jones' voice as well. I feel a connection with both Morgan Freeman and James Earl Jones whenever they say almost anything because of the power of their voice. And many great other actors and politicians also have that ability to form an immediate and deep connection with the people that they want to be around, that they want to do business with, that they want to persuade in some way. And of course, great con artists have that ability too, that ability to be seen as a person who can be trusted and be a friend for a very long time. The next form of personal power is perfect peace. Now that's a lot different than some of the other forms of power that we've talked about. But the ability for you to sit in the stillness, to experience the silence in your life, the ability of you that you may have to be patient, to have a sense of grace about you, to have a quiet strength about you, to be grounded and centered and balanced in your stillness, in your peace, to be above the fray, to be beyond the chaos, is an incredible personal power. Your ability to withdraw from an argument or a heated conversation, your ability to step back from that situation and exude a sense of peacefulness about yourself can be an incredibly powerful form of power, especially if you're around people who only have a warrior energy about them. I think it's really important to have a sense of balance in your life, because if you don't have the balance to that warrior energy, you can be very stressed and anxious without the power of peace, and that can lead to long-term health problems. Being able to be peaceful whenever you need to be peaceful, whenever you want to be peaceful, means that you have the ability to rest and the ability to heal, the ability to tap into your body's own natural healing resources. And it's really essential to the creative and the intuitive process. When you can step back into the stillness and into the silence, you have the ability to listen to that still small voice. You have the ability to receive that guidance, which can come from beyond you, or at least seem to come from beyond you. If you're constantly thinking, you're constantly in warrior mode, and you're constantly being assertive and aggressive, you don't have that privilege of also being intuitive and I think also being as creative as you could possibly be. Here's some examples of people who have the power of peace. Martial arts masters. You know, whenever you study martial arts, what you find is it's a totally different mindset than what we see on mixed martial arts and the unlimited fighting championships that they have, or the ultimate fighting championships. You know, those folks are very, very aggressive and even angry at what they do. But a true martial arts master has a sense of equanimity about them. They are able to step back, and they are able to tap into the power of having a peaceful mind, which allows them to unleash the power of their bodies. The Dalai Lama I have great respect for. He brings peace to every conversation. He brings peace to every I think, speaking opportunity that he has. There's other spiritual teachers that I really admire because of the peacefulness they have as well. Eckhart Tolle and Byron Katie are at the top of my lists. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and Ganja Ji are some of my very favorite spiritual teachers. And one of the things that they have in common is this ability to be peaceful. We know that they have a silent mind and a quiet mind. And just like that joyful energy, their quietness is contagious as well. And we can experience that in our lives by being around them. And speaking of spiritual teachers, the seventh form or the eighth form of personal power is what I call unconditional flowing love. That's gentleness, tenderness, and kindness about you, compassion, devotion to other people, being of service to other people, loving everybody all the time. And of course that includes self-love. It's loving yourself even though you see yourself to be imperfect. It's understanding that you can be both a masterpiece and a work in process at the same time, that you have no regrets, no resentments. You've forgiven everybody else and you've forgiven yourself. And you have just an unconditional flowing love about you. That's incredibly powerful and incredibly attractive to other people. The examples that I would share are very similar to the ones that had the perfect peace. The Dalai Lama, Byron Katie, with her book, Loving What is one of my favorite books and one of my favorite mindsets of all. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, it's my pleasure to meet him face to face a few months ago. And I was just very impressed by both his peacefulness and the love that he brought to every word that he said. Ganjaji I love as well. And all of these personal masters, all of these spiritual teachers also have the ninth form of personal power, and that is sagacious wisdom, incredible wisdom, the ability to detach and transcend, the ability to have keen insight and great intuition, the ability to receive divine guidance so that you can do things and you have a knowingness about you that you would not otherwise have. To have a soaring perspective, a lofty perspective, and to be spiritually awakened. You know, we talk about being awakened CEOs. Our brilliance and our mastery is about being mentally awakened, being sharp, clear, decisive, and focused. But when we are wise, when we are spiritually awakened, that's a special kind of awakening. With sagacious wisdom, we have self-awareness, self-control, self-management, the ability to make great decisions, wise decisions, and the ability to teach and guide others. And that brings me to the 10th form of personal power, which I call complete union with spirit. And that's when you have total surrender. Your heart is filled with gratitude and humility. You reach a level of enlightenment in your life. You become a channel for divine energy. And for me, this is absolutely the most powerful form of all. When you're completely surrendered to spirit, you can overcome any obstacles that are in your way, yet your faith replaces any fear that you might experience in your life, that allows you to experience that great boundless joyful energy, allows you to experience that incredible wisdom, that perfect peace in your life, and allows you to really wield an incredible amount of personal power about you. So those are the 10 forms of personal power. Absolute clarity of mission and purpose, passionate determination, unshakable self-confidence, brilliance and mastery, boundless, joyful, positive energy, compelling connection ability, perfect peace, unconditional flowing love, sagacious wisdom, and complete union with spirit. Every morning for the last several weeks, when I get up, and many times throughout the day, I created my own personal power mantra that I want to share with you right now. And I strongly encourage you to create your own personal power mantra that reminds you of the power that you have and the greatness that you have within yourself. Here's mine, and I want to offer it to you. You're welcome to copy whatever portions of it you want, but I strongly encourage you to create your own version, because it's your own version of your personal power mantra that will enable you to step into your own power in the highest form. Here's mine. Today, right now, I am committed to fully stepping into my power. I am clear on what I want to accomplish and why. I am passionate and determined to move forward boldly and courageously, and I will do whatever it takes to achieve my goals. I am 100% confident that I will be successful because it's my destiny. I will brilliantly employ all of my skills and talents with boundless, joyful enthusiasm and a sense of playfulness. Others will be eager to support me in my mission. They want me to succeed because they know that I love them unconditionally as I love myself. So I move forward with perfect peace of mind. I take time to embrace the silence and gratefully receive the healing and the guidance that comes from the stillness. With keen insight, I remember the lessons of my lifetime. I remained awakened, grounded, and balanced every step along the way. And I surrender completely to Spirit, knowing that my highest power comes not from me, but from Source. Today, right now, I am committed to fully stepping into my power, and I do. I encourage you to implement these more personal power in your life. The first step is to do a personal inventory of your special forms of personal power so that you can leverage your strengths and build upon them. You might find that you are a person of incredible determination. You might find that you have enormous peace about you. Whatever your particular form of personal power is, discover that. Discover the 2 or 3 or 4 that are the highest for you, and then leverage those by focusing on them every day. And I also encourage you to focus on becoming more balanced. And remember, as we talked about earlier, you don't need to be powerful in every one of these ways to be an incredibly powerful person. You can be an incredibly powerful person if you just have brilliance and mastery and passionate determination. You can be a very powerful person if you have joyful energy and a real unshakable self-confidence. When you implement it, some words of advice, if I may. If you have a lot of warrior energy, and that's like the first 4 of those, absolute certainty of mission and purpose, absolute passionate and being passionate and determined, having unshakable self-confidence, and having brilliance and mastery. If you have a lot of that warrior energy about you, focusing on bringing a little more joy, peace, wisdom, and love into your life can really help you be healthier and happier. And likewise, if you find yourself to be a little opposite of that, if you find that you already have the gifts of joyfulness and wisdom and love, focusing on being absolutely clear, being passionate and determined, and having unshakable self-confidence can really pay off for you. The bottom line is, and this I say, you'll hear me say this a lot, is I really urge you not to step into your aggressive and assertive power without also stepping into your wisdom and your love. I think that's one of the problems that we have in our society, is that there's many very powerful people who are passionate and determined, who are brilliant, who have unshakable self-confidence about them, and people want to follow them, but they don't have love about them. They don't have peace about them. And when one does not, you have the tendency to abuse others and manipulate others and use others to your own benefit because you lack the empathy, the sincerity, the connection, the authenticity, the vulnerability, the humility, the gratitude that wiser people have. As you increase your power, you will find that you will scare many people around you. Some of the people around you will be jealous, just as I used to be jealous of people who had great power. Some of the people that you run into will be insecure, in some way feel diminished because you are a much more powerful person than they are. Some will want to hold you back because they don't want to see you step into your power and be successful because they feel diminished, or they somehow feel inadequate because you succeeded where they did not. And some will even fight you because of the power that you have. My advice to you is, love them anyway. Be in your joy anyway. Be happy anyway. Bless them. Nurture them. Love them. Do what you can to guide them and support them, but don't let them hold you back. If you find you could use support on your journey, if you would like support in tapping into your power, we'd be honored to speak with you on that, because if you found this insight of today's presentation helpful, we have hundreds more. Hundreds more, including things like the 5 balancing energies, the 6 levels of consciousness, the consciousness curve, the 9 incredibly empowering beliefs that you can adopt, and many, many energy shifting sequences, including my ultimate 41-step energy shifting sequence that whenever I'm in the shadows, absolutely takes me out of the shadows and back into the light. With the Awakened CEO system, our programs are focused on all 9 of these different cells in the matrix, on mindset, methods, and momentum across the different areas of growth, of business growth, professional growth, and personal growth. And so are announcing today a couple of different programs for you. First of all, a group coaching program in which we're only going to have like 6 to 8 members in each one of our group coaching circles. We're going to offer 20 90-minute meetings because we want to make sure that we get everybody the opportunity in these meetings to be coached. The list price for this program is $3,000. Today and through Monday at 5 p.m., we're going to offer that for $2,000. If you would like to be coached, if you would like to learn more about this principle and about many of the other systems and principles that we've created in the Awakened CEO system, I urge you to sign up for our group coaching program. And for a special few of you, I'm offering an individual coaching program, which is 20 90-minute meetings with me, myself. We'll talk about professional growth, business growth, and personal growth. The list price for this program is $10,000, but a special offer through Monday at 5 p.m. is only $7,500. If you find yourself in an economic vibration to where you're ready to invest and really take your business to the next level, this could be the perfect program for you. With that, I want to thank you for attending today. We're going to open it up to questions and answers and discussions, comments on the topic of the day. I'd love for you to tell me about your particular special forms of personal power and what you're going to do to increase the personal power in your life and perhaps even balance out your expression of personal power in your life as well. So with that, I just want to open it up. If you have any comments or questions, we'd love to hear from you. Stephanie, do we have any comments or questions from the folks listening in today?
Yeah, we do. I just want to say thank you for that. That was an amazing presentation. It really reconnected me with a lot of my own issues with my personal power, if that makes sense.
It does.
One thing you said was that I commit to doing whatever it takes. And sometimes I find that I forget that I have made that promise to myself, that I am going to do whatever it takes to achieve this particular goal or to do whatever it is I said I'm going to do. And I think, well, that one phrase can be so powerful for me as a kick in the you-know-what, kick in the tush.
A kick in the tush. We all need that from time to time, by the way. From time to time when things get going tough, when we forget our commitment to ourselves and to others especially, just that simple reminder, that, hey, I've made this commitment and I have the power within me in order to honor that commitment. And especially, by the way, reminding ourselves of the why is, I think, incredibly important. So thank you for sharing that. And we all do that. Everybody listening to this call today live or on the recording, I know that we still slip into a sense of complacency about ourselves. And we think about, wow, I really wanted to go this particular direction and it's not working for me the way that I needed to work. Sometimes that commitment to ourselves, to achieving what we want to achieve for the reasons that we want to do that, involves going straight ahead with greater passionate determination, and sometimes it involves making a left turn or a right turn and doing something else because the path that we're on just isn't paying off the way that we need it to. That's a great oxymoron, of course, is that there's 2 great fundamental sayings about determination. One of them is winners never quit and quitters never win. And if you never quit, you are destined to win. And the other one is, no matter how far you've gone down the wrong road, turn back. The challenge in life is figuring out which one of those great principles to apply today. Do we want to apply passion and determination to achieving the goal in the way in which we've decided we want to achieve that goal? Or do we want to have brilliance and mastery in knowing when to shift directions and alter our course because what we're doing is not paying off? And by the way, that's one of the real advantages of having coaches in your life, is to have people that will help you make those great decisions so that you can achieve your goals quicker than you would normally have done so. Other questions or discussion points?
Next question. How do I get clear on my mission and my own purpose?
That is a great question. And by the way, that is usually the first step in any one of a professional coaching process. Stephanie and I are both trained professional coaches. And in that first step of a coaching relationship, that's what we focus on. We focus on, and we have techniques for helping you do that, to really explore all of the things that you might do and then come to decisions on what it is that you really want to do, so that you can make a commitment to doing the things that you need to do in order to in order to get the things that you really want, because of the reasons that you have discovered and documented in your lives. So that's the first step in any, I would say, professional coach's process, is to help you get very, very clear on your mission and on your purpose. And we'd be happy to talk to you about how we can support you in doing that. There are a lot of different techniques. We have our favorite ones that we'll share with you in a conversation. Next question or topic.
A couple of comments here. Powerful content. Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you.
Next one, aha moment. Learning that I have much more power than I've realized, and now having the understanding and guidance to enhance my understanding and my personal powers.
Oh man, that just melts my heart to have you say that. Thank you very much. It is a really blessing to me to be able to share things that other people see as being valuable, that help them in some way. And so I'm deeply grateful for that comment. Namaste. Thank you so much. Next comment.
Okay. Next one. Oh, I'm clicking way too fast. I need more peace of mind in my own life. Can you give me some advice on how to get started?
I can. One of the things that we teach in our personal coaching programs, whenever somebody needs it, and it sounds like that you would gain great advantage from this, is meditation. Now, some people only teach one form of meditation. Stephanie and I both teach 5 different forms of meditation. It's really, really important for you to develop the power of meditation, the skill of meditation, because that's what allows you to let go of the stress, even if just for a few minutes, to step back, to get beyond the chaos and the fray and the anxiety that you may be experiencing in your life, and step into a place of stillness, even silence in your life. And there are many different forms of meditation, but here's one that you can try right now. The first form of meditation that I learned, and the one that I teach people when they haven't really studied meditation for a long time, is just relaxation. And that means just finding a place where we can be peaceful. I like sitting in a chair or sitting in some pose that's very, very comfortable for you. That could be the lotus position, but it's not likely to be unless you practice that for a long time, because that does take a lot of extra flexibility. And here in our Western society, we don't practice that from day one. We have chairs to sit in, so we don't develop the flexibility in our legs that they do in Eastern societies. So my belief is, my guess is, that the most comfortable position for you is going to be in a chair. So you just assume a very comfortable position, not necessarily lying down, because when we lie down, we have a tendency to fall asleep. So we want to be, at least have our head above our chest. and just focus on relaxing your body. I start at my toes, and I go up through my feet and my legs and my lower back and up through my shoulders and arms, and I like to kind of move a little bit while I'm focusing on each area of my body. I feel like that helps me relax that area more. Then back up through the neck and the top of the head and the forehead and the jaw, and my throat until my body is completely relaxed. That's the way that we start, is through the physical connection of relaxation, of just finding a nice, peaceful place where you can sit comfortably and just focus on letting the physical stress and tension go. And when you can focus on letting the physical stress and tension go, then you can focus on thinking slower. You can focus on shifting that internal dialogue from one that may be angry and full of energy and very, very rapid thoughts to one where you're speaking that internal monologue or dialogue much more slowly to yourself and with a much more peaceful voice. We'd be happy to walk you through that process. But it's essential, I believe, for everyone to have that ability to relieve that physical stress and tension. So that can come in a lot of different ways. You may want to exert a little energy first. You maybe want to dance a little bit, maybe want to run a little bit, maybe want to do a few jumping jacks or a little running in place in order to shift the energy just a little bit and get your body to the point to where you can sit down and relax it. But at some point you want to be able to sit down and relax and just to let go of all of that physical tension and stress, to be able to breathe deeply and in a measured and controlled manner in order to step into the silence and step into the peacefulness. And that's the place that you would start. And we'd be honored, of course, to teach you more about that form of meditation and the other forms of meditation that we teach people as well. Hopefully that was helpful. Maybe one more question or comment. Got anything else, Stephanie? If you're there, I can't hear you. I think you muted. Oops, you may have just stepped off the call. Well, I'll take that. It may be that we have a technical glitch. We've had a technical glitch from time to time where you can hear me, but I can't hear you, etc. But I'm going to end the call at that particular time. If you would like to take advantage of either one of these special programs, these special offers that we have, please reach out and follow up with us. We'd love to help you out in the ways that we can help you out, which is tremendous. We're going to do some more of these awakened conversations in the future. I really do appreciate you attending or listening to this recording. And most of all, I want you to find your greatness, your happiness, your divinity within yourself so that you can live the healthiest and happiest life possible, and you can build the business of your dreams and live the life of your dreams. Thank you so much for attending tonight, and until we meet again, this is Paul Hoyt and Stephanie May wishing you a most marvelous and prosperous day. Bye-bye.